All right, the first submissions we're going to go over are our basic ones that we all learned right off the bat. And these are going to be once we pass the legs. Remember, we always got to pass the legs. And we've found ourselves in a side mount position. Okay, we're in nice and tight. First ones we're going to go after are the arms. Okay, the three positions we show these arms are up, out, and down. Either way, we can begin our attack. So staying nice and firm. The first one is when the arm is in the upper area or we get it trapped. Okay? What I want is this hand that's closest to the head to come across and trap it down. Trap this arm down. My forearm stays down to the mat. I'm in here nice and tight. I like to get my head nice and tight. I still have a lot of weight on the chest. Palm is on the top. I have it trapped to the mat. This free hand is going to come right under his bicep tricep area. It's going to slide under. I'm going to grab a hold of my own wrist. Grab a hold of my own wrist. Now there's a couple things we're going to do to finish this technique. First of all, the goal is to put pressure on the shoulder by lifting. To make it better, what I'm going to do is pull my elbows in tight. In nice and tight. See how his arm starts to come down. Literally both my elbows search for his body. He's already feeling the pressure. Second, what I'm going to do is roll my knuckles. Just roll my knuckles. I pull him down and I'm going to roll my knuckles. And last, if he's got a tight shoulder, that usually does it. If that doesn't cause the tap, all I do is I lift his elbow to a tap. You see, it's a very, very short amount of time and he taps. So again, we're in this position, we trap the arm down, grab our wrist, pull him in nice and tight, roll our knuckles, and slightly lift. That was the first. If you go for this arm and they throw it out, not to worry, you still control this arm, but this time the hand closest to the legs is going to trap out to the top. I still stay nice and heavy on the chest. I trap, and this free hand now is closest to the head. It just comes under his elbow and grabs the wrist. My elbows come in nice and tight. Head is nice and low. I roll my knuckles, and he taps. Applies the pressure right here. In nice and tight, roll, and he taps. You begin to go for the top, he shoots here. I go to grab, he shoots down, trap. Hand closest to the feet, it traps and holds it in a down position. I trap that arm down, keep that elbow nice and low. This free hand again, just under the tricep, and grab the wrist. Same concept. This time, as I lift, this hand is going to go back towards his head. So I want to make a little room. So what I've showed you guys is I want to face the head. I actually want to turn, face the head, and switch my feet. Switch my feet, and that leaves him a little room to sit up. That small little room to sit up allows me to take his hand and drive it to the small of his back to a tap. Now if I go too low on his hips, he just sits up and rolls me. So you still have to stay heavy on the chest. Heavy on the chest. Just slightly lift up and push. He's already tapping. So that's a Kimura from a side mount. So we covered our top, straight out, and downward arm key lock Americanas.